Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. It is October 12th, 2025, and Barcelona's squad value has been updated. And I'm going to tell you how much it is. Also, Luis de la Fuente contradicting the Royal Spanish Football Federation and FC Barcelona when it came to Dani Olmo's injury. And finally, Kylian Mbappe coming to the defense of Lamine Yamal. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and I'm back home. I'm back in my YouTube studio. I landed about an hour ago. I was about to go to sleep, but I said, no, Mo, you can't go to sleep. You have to do the news. So this is why I'm bringing you this short live, because, of course, it is pretty late, so I cannot film, edit, and post. So instead, I'm doing a short live to bring you all the Barcelona news, and then go to sleep. Now, tomorrow, back to your regularly scheduled videos, including the podcast, Monday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope to see all of you there. All right, let's dive right into the news because, ladies and gentlemen, transfer market has updated the value of all squads, players, everything, etc. And we have the new squad value for FC Barcelona. And right now, Barcelona's squad value sits at 1.11 billion euros. Again, that's 1.11 billion euros or 1,110 million euros, making Barcelona the sixth highest squad, or the sixth highest valued squad. There you go. In the world, right behind Real Madrid is in number one with 1.4 billion euros. Number two, Arsenal, 1.33 billion euros. Number three, Manchester City, 1.23 billion euros. Number four, PSG, 1.15 billion euros. And number five, Liverpool with 1.12. So Real Madrid, Arsenal, Man City, PSG, Liverpool. And then number six, FC Barcelona, 1.11 billion euros. Not bad for a squad that's mostly made up of very young players, either from the academy or players who are low value in the market. Not bad. Not bad. You know, we're going against teams like PSG who have, and Man City, indefinite, unlimited oil money. Arsenal and Liverpool have made crazy signings. Madrid have made crazy signings, and yet we are still up there. Now, let's look at what makes up Barcelona's market value. Here we have the transfer market page, as you can see up here, 1.11 billion euros for Barcelona. We have, of course, and then here we're gonna do it based on market value. Ooh, what is this? No thanks, sir. We're gonna do it based on market value. Highest player, of course, Lamine Yamal, 200 million euros. Absolutely crazy. Number two, Pedri, 140. Coutinho, 90 million euros. Pau Cubarsí, 80 million. Jules Koundé, 65. Dani Olmo, 60. I don't know how. Alejandro Valde, 60 million. Fermín López, his value has gone up. It used to be, I think, 50 or 40. It's gone up to 60. Ferran Torres, his value has also gone up to 50. Frankie de Jong, 45 million. Marcus Rashford, his value has gone down to 40 million. Gabi, of course, with the injuries, down to 40 million. Ronald Araujo, 35. Marc Asado, 30. Eric Garcia, his value has gone up to 25. Joan Garcia, 25. Christensen, 12. Gerard Martí, 12. Lewandowski, his value has gone down to 10. Rooney Bardghji, his value has gone up to 10 million. Mar Bernal, value up to 10 million. Ter Stegen down to 8. And then Wojciech Szczesny with 1 million euros. Again, for 1.11 billion euros. And to think that there's a lot of players whose value could still rise. Joan Garcia, for example, his value is 25 million euros. That's definitely going to go up as the season goes by. Marc Bernal, he just came back from injury, right? 10 million. That's definitely going to skyrocket as he starts getting more minutes. Rooney Bardghji, 10 million. He also has the potential of his value going up. Eric Garcia, if he continues to get more minutes, I think his value could shoot up. Fermín López. Lots of players on here whose value can continue to rise, driving Barcelona's squad value even higher and higher. Anyways, let's move on to the next bit of news because Luis de la Fuente has contradicted the statements made by Barcelona and the Royal Spanish Football Federation when it comes to the injury of Dani Olmo. Now, as you know, Dani Olmo reported to the Spanish training camp. Barcelona sent a report, very detailed report, saying, hey, Dani Olmo has muscle discomfort, he has fatigue, and what did Luis de la Fuente do? Said, keep him. Sounds great. So he missed 4 trainings because of that fatigue and muscle discomfort. 5th training, he showed up. Well, he got injured, right? He got released. He's back in Barcelona. Tomorrow, Monday, he will undergo medical exams to see the extent of his injury. Right now, they're saying he could be out 3 to 4 weeks, but we won't know for sure until tomorrow, until he undergoes medical exams. Now, the Royal Spanish Football Federation did confirm what Barcelona stated, that they had sent a detailed report. And this is the statement by the Royal Spanish Football Federation. The player arrived last Monday at the training camp with signs of muscle fatigue, as reported by FC Barcelona. Since then, the symptoms have been improving little by little with treatment and dosage of loads. So today, it was planned that the striker would exclusively do part of the scheduled training, where he has referred to muscle discomfort in his left leg. So this was the Royal Spanish Football Federation a few days ago confirming that, yes, the player arrived with fatigue and that Barcelona had sent a report detailing that muscle discomfort and fatigue, and yet he was not released, even though Dean Huijsen also arrived with a report detailing fatigue and discomfort, and he was immediately sent back home. Now, this is what Luis de la Fuente had to say. Dani was in perfect condition. You lying piece of shit. There was no medical report, and he simply had a small discomfort. He hadn't trained all week, thinking that the evolution would be better, but finally the discomfort increased, and we decided for his health and safety that he would leave the concentration. Really? So it wasn't that he got injured that you sent him home. No, it's because you were looking out for him, right? Okay. Knowing that he was hardly going to be for Tuesday. If we had been certain that he could be without risk, as we always do, he would have stayed. So, Barcelona say they sent the report. The Royal Spanish Federation confirmed that Barcelona sent the report. Luis de la Fuente, no, what are you talking about? He was in perfect condition. Okay. Let's assume Barcelona did not send the report, even though your own federation confirmed it. Didn't Dani Olmo miss 4 trainings? Shouldn't that have been an indication that he's not well, even without the report? But no, you did not care about the report. You did not care that Dani Olmo missed 4 trainings. You still kept him. You injured him just like you did with Lamine Yamal. And now, like the piece of shit that you are, you fucking lie to us. Fuck this guy. That's all I gotta say. I'm getting sick and tired of this guy. Fuck Luis de la Fuente. Anyways, let's move on to great news, because we do have great news in regards to the injuries of Lamine Yamal caused by the piece of shit Luis de la Fuente, Fermin Lopez, and Gautilla, because, ladies and gentlemen, all 3 of them have been cleared. They will be ready for the match against Girona, and that is great news. Now, of course, whether they get minutes or whether they start or not, that's a whole nother story, but all 3 of them are healthy, are recovered, and they should be available for Girona. I imagine they'll probably, if they play, they will come in during the second half to get them back into rhythm, maybe against Olympiacos, more minutes, and then eventually have them fully ready, fully fit, ready to start against Real Madrid in El Clásico match. So great news on that front. We'll see, of course, tomorrow what Dani Olmo's medical exam will be, but for now, these 3 will be available for the Girona match on October 18th. Now, let's move on to the next bit of news, because, ladies and gentlemen, Frankie de Jong's contract renewal is done. As I reported previously, Frankie and the club have reached an agreement, but they were still finalizing the last bit of details. Well, those last bit of details have been completed. The contract is done. They've agreed on everything. It's drafted. All it's pending is the signatures, and it's expected that Frankie de Jong will put pen to paper on October 15th. So October 15th, he will officially sign his contract renewal. Of course, his current contract expires in 2026. The contract renewal will extend Frankie's relationship with the club until 2029 with a salary decrease, but nonetheless, he's still going to be one of the highest earners. He's going to earn around 18 to 20 million euros gross, so that's 9 to 10 million euros net, which puts him at the same level as Pedri or Rafinha. How? I don't know. I think those 2 perform much better than Frankie, but nonetheless, at least he is reducing his salary from what it used to before, where it was the highest in La Liga. Now, as soon as Frankie de Jong finalizes or puts pen to paper on his contract, the next player that Barcelona expect to renew is, of course, Eric Garcia, whose contract also expires in the summer of 2026. And Barcelona want to extend it till 2030, 1 year more than Frankie, because, of course, Eric is much younger, is 24 years old. So Eric will be next. He will be extending his contract until 2030. Of course, they still have to sit down and finalize the contract, but there shouldn't be any problems as both parties want to continue their relationship together. Now, let's end this video with some statements by Kylian Mbappe, who has come to the defense of Lamine Yamal, because as we know, Lamine Yamal constantly being attacked about everything. Oh, look, he sneezed. Oh, headlines. Oh, look, he farted. Oh, another headline. Anything Lamine Yamal does has to be scrutinized, and he gets attacked left and right, especially by the Madrid media. And this is what Kylian Mbappe had to say. It's clear he has a lot of passion for football, and that's the one thing he can't lose. The rest is his personal life. We have to leave him alone. In football, he's a great player, but in life, he's just an 18-year-old kid. At that age, everyone makes mistakes. You do things right, you do things wrong. In the end, he'll have his life experience. He'll know what's good for him. And in the end, you just have to look at what he does on the pitch. What he does off the pitch isn't important if it's not serious. He has great talent and will follow the path he wants. I wish him the best of luck. So Kylian Mbappe, one of the very few Madridistas with some sense, is telling everybody, just leave him alone, dude. He's a kid. He's a football player. He's great on the field. Let's watch what he does on the field. Everything else, it doesn't matter. So Madridistas, stop being the little hater, whiny bitches that you are, and listen to, well, your own star, Kylian Mbappe, telling you to leave him alone. All right, that is all, ladies and gentlemen. I did go live a few moments ago. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure to check it out. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, Visca Barça.